Hit the music.
Welcome to the Chokeslam Wrestling Report Monday Night Raw 30th Anniversary Review, people. And yes, I am doing a review. Now, what's funny is that I did not plan to watch Monday Night Raw 30th Anniversary because the way the thumbnail was showing all these legends coming out and whatnot. And I know that, is it me or Ric Flair didn't show up, which was a good thing, I guess. I don't know. Maybe if he did show up, I didn't see it in the show. But you know what's funny is that the show, I was expecting a lot of legends, all this nonsense that they usually do. Like WWE loves this nostalgia era, and you know they like going back to the days when they had the Stone Cold Steve Austin and the Attitude Era. You know, because the people don't understand that the Attitude Era was the era that pretty much messed up wrestling what it is today. Maybe a lot of people won't agree with me with what I'm saying, but in reality, if you think about it, I believe so. That's the way I look at it, because now you have all this new generations from the 90s right now asking for stuff to happen and whatnot right away, just like the Attitude Era used to do back then. And but again, like I said, this is the way it is that the Attitude Era fans are. I mean, they like watching this. I mean, and the first thing that they opened the 30th anniversary show was with Hulk Hogan. Now, Hulk Hogan was one of those guys that I used to look up to when I used to be a kid. I remember watching Hulk Hogan for the first time back in 1979 when he came in with classy Freddie Blassie with the big, not a robe, but a cape, a yellow cape, and his big body and everything. And he started feuding right away with Tony Atlas and kind of had a title match against Bob Backlund. And of course, Bob Backlund back then was Vince McMahon Sr.'s favorite wrestler until his son decided to take that belt away from him and give it to Hulk Hogan in 1985 after the Iron Sheik beat Bob Backlund. Not 85, 84. Let's get that correct. It was in 84, and then the following month in Madison Square Garden, Hulk Hogan and Hulkamania started. And that was an era that I could say was pretty much fun and whatever, but you could tell that by then, now WWE became a cartoonish type promotion when you had, you know, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat walking around with a dragon. You had Coco Beware with a damn parrot. You had the British Bulldogs walking around with a bulldog. And it just became laughable. It was cartoonish, but they were making money because of Hulk Hogan. And then after that, wrestling hit a peak in 1993 when it went down. Hogan left WWE, or WWF at that time, and went to WCW in 94. And then he became Hollywood Hogan, and wrestling got reinvented all over again. And that's when the Attitude Era started. At the same time, you had the NWO, and Hogan was part of that. Now, seeing Hogan again last night, with his Real America theme song come on, that made my eyes roll. Because I'm like, what are we expecting tonight with all these old-ass wrestlers who still won the spotlight, you know? And, I mean, Hulk Hogan has been on a very low profile as of late. Ric Flair is the one still running around looking for attention. And I don't think Ric Flair was on the show last night, if I'm correct. I didn't see Ric Flair. But the show, you know, started with Hogan. His microphone wasn't working. People couldn't hear him. And it was from Philadelphia and whatnot. But I believe the best part out of this whole Triple X, the way they made it seem like, instead of the 30th anniversary, they put it sounded like some porno flick, 30X, you know, or Triple X, you know. But it's funny because then you had the Sami Zayn trial. Now, and I said this last week on my YouTube. No, I don't think it was on my YouTube. It was on my Twitter when I posted, if WWE does not bring The Rock during this bloodline gathering, they're going to be dropping the ball. Well, sure enough, they had to change everything because The Rock said he is not going to be wrestling prepared to, or wrestling wise prepared to go and wrestle Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And someone I believe in Twitter said, well, how the hell he's not ready if he works out every day? You can work out as much as you want, but being prepared for wrestling, again, you got to take bumps. You got to be able to know how to take bumps again, even though he might have not forgotten. But the last time he did this, he was jacked up. During the match with him and Cena, I think the second time, he tore his abdomen area region, and he had to wrestle like that for 30 minutes. Okay? And, again, wrestling fans are fickle, and they think they know it all. And that is why they had to change the whole bloodline acknowledgement to Roman Reigns. But it was better than what we expected because they had the trial on Sami Zayn. And I knew something was going to come up Monday night for the simple fact that Sami Zayn, okay, pretty much did not help Roman Reigns on Friday at SmackDown where Kevin Owens hit the pop-up powerbomb on Kevin Owens on the table during the signing of the contract, and Owens went and threw the contract to Sami Zayn. So that pretty much set off a lot of stuff that we did not expect. And sure enough, like I said, I knew something was going to happen and whatnot. And so they had a trial on Sami Zayn, which was crazy because Paul Heyman was the prosecutor in this trial against Sami Zayn. And it was cool because he showed much of evidence of how one time Drew McIntyre attacked the Usos, and he called him Mr. Swordman, which is funny, or Sword Ass, he called him. And you see Sami Zayn running in the back, running for safety, leaving the Usos on their own. And there was another one where I believe Jey Uso got pinned against Kevin Owens, and he did not use the chair. And then the third evidence, if I'm correct, I can't remember what was the third evidence, but it looked like Solo Sikoa was about to give the Tonga spike or the Samoan spike on Sami Zayn onto Jey Uso, went and pretty much saved him, which was very, very interesting last night seeing that. And it was, it was cool. It was cool seeing this happen. Because now everybody's wondering, okay, are the Usos turning on Roman Reigns, whatever? But the Usos went and they show a lot of evidence where Sami Zayn took punishment for the bloodline, and a lot of it is he took a bullet for them, and not one, not two, or three, 4 different occasions. He took the bullet for the bloodline, so pretty much he got saved on that one. And you could see that Sami Zayn was relieved, but Roman Reigns made it clear, after tonight, you do what you got to do, and I don't want to see you till Saturday, which is the Royal Rumble, which is going to be very interesting. And I might have a Royal Rumble review maybe next Monday, maybe next Tuesday, and we could be talking about that. We could see Sami Zayn turning on the bloodline or messing up, and their bloodline is going to turn on him, and I can see it happening and coming up. But so that led off to a tag team title match between the Usos versus Judgment Day, which it was Dominic Mysterio and Damian Priest. During that match, you saw that Jimmy Uso got hurt. According to the storyline, he hurt his knee, and Sami Zayn went and took Jimmy's spot, because if he would have, Adam Pearce made it look like, if he can't continue, he has to forfeit the title. Where do you get this? Which was stupid, because in order for you to forfeit the title, you know what I'm saying, you can't forfeit a title because somebody got injured. When did this ever happen? So WWE kind of looked kind of stupid on that one, and I personally feel like it was just real dumb for them to do that. You know, um, and again, I don't understand why they will do that and whatnot. When in reality, you know, you could have done something to the point where he's hurt, and not we not nobody to defend the title, you know, and pretty much just say, Sami Zayn is about to take over, and not don't come and say, oh, if he doesn't wrestle, they're gonna forfeit the title. What kind of crap is that? It was kind of stupid the way I saw it, and you know, and to me it was more of it's trying to make Sami Zayn now is gonna take over. You could have said that Sami Zayn said, oh, we're gonna continue the wrestling, but it was a good match, and you saw Sami Zayn. There was a lot of close finishes, and at the end of the day, Sami Zayn helped the Usos retain the titles. Again, I think he went and pinned Dominic Mysterio, I believe, or I think it was Dominic Mysterio he pinned. So that was cool at one point. Now, guys, you gotta forgive me, I'm all over the place, but so you'll be seeing me checking my phone and stuff like that. So, so after that, we had a let me see. This is the part that it makes, which to me was like when they first announced this Becky Lynch versus Bayley in a steel cage match. I said, are they really giving this for free on Monday Night Raw? This is a pay-per-view match. Apparently, they clickbait you to come in and watch Monday Night 30th anniversary by telling you there was going to be a steel cage match that didn't happen, as Damage Control went and beat the bricks out of Becky Lynch and whatnot and let her lay in the cage. No contest. So what they're gonna do? They're probably gonna end up putting this in the Rumble, or may not. They may not put this shit in the Rumble because now I think you're gonna have Bayley and Becky Lynch probably being the last two girls that will be left at the Royal Rumble for the Women's Royal Rumble, which I want to see who they're gonna bring this year at the Women's Royal Rumble. Because last year they had a bunch of outcasts. They brought all these legends. Even Mickie James came in with her little Impact Women's Knockout title. They thought it was going to be an open door and whatnot, which is kind of dumb because that should never happen. So there you go. I said it. And then so that part, we're going to see who they're going to bring. They're going to bring back Michelle McCool. Are they gonna bring? Matter of fact, they better bring in all these NXT girls that they could go in there and bring 15 girls from there, and you gotta have at least 30 women. If you don't have 30 women, I don't know what to tell you. I don't want to see Lita again, or the other girl. I forgot her name. Used to be the women's champion. I don't want to see none of these people. I don't want to see Melina back. I don't want to see none of these old people back. Beth Phoenix. Bring some new fresh meat. How about that? That'd be cool. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, then, out of nowhere, I don't know who made up this match. Seth Rollins and the Street Profits to go against Gunther and Imperium. So you had all these legends, DX. You had, Jerry Lawler did the commentary for this one. He asked where Michael Cole is, and Corey Graves quipped that he's probably in the pool drinking whiskey. So pretty much, as you can see, you had Street Profits and Seth Rollins teaming up against Imperium, and all because you had DX and seeing what's his name, Road Dogg, getting fatter and fatter by the day. Every time I see him, he gets bigger and bigger. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not into body shaming, but this is the same guy who loves taking shots at AEW and whatnot. The guy is miserable and whatnot. DX again in there minus Billy Gunn. They had Kurt Angle in there as a special referee with his, Wonder Bread referee shirt and whatnot. And, he was a special referee. Apparently, Imperium ended up losing to Street Profits and Seth Rollins. Were you surprised about this? No, I wasn't. Not at all. I was not surprised at all. You know what I'm saying? Then we had, Bianca Belair versus Sonya Deville. Where is Sonya Deville getting all these title shots? Didn't she ask for a title shot this past Friday against Charlotte? And Charlotte coming. Did they have to bring Charlotte to Monday Night Raw? Why? Oh, because, she used to be a former Raw Women's Champion. So what? You don't need to bring her for what? There's no need for it. And Bianca Belair pretty much told Alexa Bliss to bring whatever she want to bring come this Saturday at the Royal Rumble. Anyway, so I guess this is what we're going to have. Then we had the no disqualification match for the WWE United States Championship between Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley. And out of nowhere, who shows up? And WWE again rolling another year with the same bullcrap feud with Brock Lesnar making his way into the ring, catching Bobby Lashley, F5ing him. He catch Austin Theory, F5s him, which Austin Theory kind of lands on Bobby Lashley, and Austin Theory retains his United States title. And that was it for the show. But my thing is this. Why is WWE still rolling with this Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar feud? Didn't these guys wrestle in Saudi Arabia? Didn't they fight last Royal Rumble last year? So that's somewhere in there. And I don't want to hear about long storylines, long-term booking, like they want to call it. WWE does not believe in long-term booking, so I don't want to hear it. It's because it's called laziness booking. And if you guys don't believe me, Vince McMahon is the one who is putting all these ideas and whatnot. Because why in the world would you put Seth Rollins to team up with the Street Profits to go against Imperium? And what the hell is Imperium doing in SmackDown? Raw. If they're like from SmackDown. So, didn't they try to do a split brand? What is going on? I don't understand it. It just don't make no sense at all. You know what I'm saying? You had Charlotte Flair from SmackDown. Then you had Imperium from SmackDown. Gunther from SmackDown. To come into Raw to do what? Trying to make Raw to be the better brand than SmackDown? Neither brands are good. If you don't have... That's why the reason why Roman Reigns comes to both shows. He's the world champion of both brands, but this is the reason why... Because they say, look, Roman Reigns can go anywhere. We're going to have eyes on the product. Of course, but let's be realistic. They started off the show with the trial. What they should have done, instead of putting that Austin Theory against Bobby Lashley as the main event, they should have put Judgment Day versus the Bloodline in the main event. Before the main event, you could have had a trial for Sami Zayn. That would have been better. That would have been a better way to end the show. Now Brock Lesnar F5ing Austin Theory and Bobby Lashley in a United States no disqualification match. What you're going to get? What you showed us is you bringing the same storyline from last year. Nothing has changed. Nothing. The way I see it. Nothing has changed. So you can't tell me otherwise. Not at all. Not at all. So, anyway, that is it for me. That's my WWE Raw 30th anniversary review. I want to see how many people agree with me, how many people don't agree with me. Again, I usually don't come in here on Riverside.fm and do none of this stuff because, this is my first time doing it. But this will be on Spotify, so you guys check that out. So don't hesitate to check it out. But again, I want to thank those who are supporting the Chokeslam Wrestling Report and whatnot. The Chokeslam Wrestling Report podcast and all that stuff. So I appreciate it. Again, you can check out my audio podcast, or you can check out my YouTube channel. The YouTube channel, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. I have so much content in there. Didn't put anything last week, because there was nothing really going on. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to go to different platforms, and I'm going to do what I have to do in order to get people to check it out and whatnot. So again, thank you for all the support for the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. This is our 5th season and whatnot. Check it out, guys. Don't hesitate not to check it out. Check it out and enjoy it and whatnot. Also, guys, you can follow my audio podcast, the Chokeslam Wrestling Report, through Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor. I mean, any audio podcast platform that you like to listen to your favorite podcast, I'm there. The Chokeslam Wrestling Report. So don't hesitate, guys. Don't hesitate to check out the podcast. I will appreciate it. So until then, guys, I will let you know. I'm gonna let you know on next week what is my opinion on the Royal Rumble, which I'm probably gonna definitely check it out Saturday. But I'll come on Monday and do this and whatnot and do it real quick, and we will be talking about it. Until then, guys, I will see you and have a great